Hey guys, today I am talking about the Milk Cosmetics Impulsive eyeshadow palette. This is the newest one they've come out with. I have kind of like a love-hate relationship with a lot of their stuff because like I have one highlighter from them that's kind of okay, it's nothing great. I really like their eyeshadow stacks. I have 3 of those that I get a lot of use out of. And then I had bought their first eyeshadow palette, which was the Gemini one. This one, which was kind of like greens and browns. Hopefully you can see that one. And I was very disappointed with that one. The mattes were very dry. I know a lot of people loved it, but it just did not impress me. So I didn't buy any of the other palettes they put out. And then this one, the colors in this really grabbed my attention, but I hate the packaging, and I'm going to show you why. So it's kind of like a double-sided palette. The back of it has the colors that are on this side, and the front has the colors that are on this side, but as you'll see, it's very heavy. It's very well made, but I don't like that it's like this, where it folds. It's magnetic, but the eyeshadows sit right on top of each other like that. See what I mean? Because, I mean, you have mattes right here with glittery shades right here, and I'm too OCD with my makeup and stuff to have them sitting on top of each other like that. Like, it's gonna drive me nuts. And it did come with these things which go in between, and honestly I'm gonna store them like this because I don't like not having anything in there to protect the shades, you know? So if they were gonna like absolutely need to have it like this, I'd say they should have put these plastic things in here permanently. Like, even if they stuck up between here, it would have been annoying, but it would have been better than having to place these things back in here every time you use it, which I'm going to have to do because there's no way I'm gonna just store it like that. And then God forbid you accidentally drop it and like this bright red gets all in your peachy color. So that's the downside of this. The bright side is that I like these shadows a lot, and they're a lot better formula-wise than that Gemini palette that I was very disappointed in. So I'm just going to go through and swatch everything real quickly for you. There's a lot of mattes, there's a lot of shimmers and glitters. So we'll start, actually I'm going to zoom you in so you can see each section a little bit better. We'll start on this side with the top 3. We have 2012, which is a matte mustard yellow. Excuse my nails because they really need to be painted. So that one's really nice. Then we have Rule Breaker, which is a matte kind of burnt orange color. That one's really nice and soft too. Oh, hopefully I'm trying to make sure that I'm in focus here. And then Go Getter, which is this gorgeous like corally pink shimmer color. It's like reflective, it's so shiny. So that's the top row on the left side. So all 3 of those are super pigmented shades, very nice. Then we have the middle row. I'll scoot this up here so you can see better. We have Dream Big. This is a matte, kind of like a brick color, but not super red. It's like a reddish brown. That one's a little bit dry. Haven't used that on my eyes yet, so I'm not sure if the blending is great, but it's a little bit of a drier formula. Then we have CEO. This is like a metallic deep brown, very soft. As you can see, I just picked up chunks of it because I went in there a little too hard. That one's crazy pigmented. It's a metallic brown and it has like coppery sparkles in there. And then Boss Lady is a matte plummy color. This one's very dry too. Oops. It's a matte plum. It does apply decently though, despite the fact that it's got that drier texture to it. A lot of their mattes do. Although in the ones the matte shades in the stacks that I have, the eyeshadow stacks, are all very creamy and like buttery smooth, so I'm not sure why in their palettes it's such a drastic change in the formula. But anyway, I don't really have a problem with any of these so far, so that's good. So this bottom row here, we have Game Changer, which is a matte, kind of like a brightish green, kind of lime, but not like neon. And again, very dry formula. And then we have Profesh, which is also matte. It's a little bit of a darker green. Whoop. I noticed that they like greens a lot because they've done like 2 green palettes already. So that one's matte too. And then this one, which had, if you can see, there's like a chunk taken out of it. It arrived like that, and I'm not sure why, but this is Bold, and this is a matte brown. Kind of on the lighter side of browns, but it's not super light. So that's the left side. That's the more colorful and matte side of the palette. And then all the colors on this side are absolutely gorgeous. And they're all, there's no mattes on this side of the palette. They're all shimmery or glittery. Let me clean my hand off here. So this top row, we have Makeup Junkie. This is like a slightly grayish purple, and it's got like violet sparkles, very teeny tiny sparkles in it. Pretty unique color. It's very pretty. That's what Makeup Junkie looks like. And then we have Warehouse Party. This is like a brownish, almost like a rosy brown, and it's got a bunch of goldish glitter in there. Trying not to unfocus. There we go. And then Poppin' Bottles. This is gorgeous. This is a champagne, and it has like green reflex in it, almost like a green duochrome. So that is definitely, usually in palettes when there's a color like that, that tends to be my inner lid shade whenever I do a look with it. I just gravitate towards those champagne-y colors all the time. So that one's got a lot of glitter in it that kind of stuck around on my hand when I tried to clean it off, but not too bad. Alright, so second row, these are all purpley colors. This is Shots, and this is like a lavender with, I want to say it's like pinky, a pink shift to it, a little bit. It doesn't really have glitter in it or anything, it's just got this shift when it hits the light. It's really pretty. Tipsy is gorgeous too. This is like a violet blue with purple sparkles in it. That's gorgeous. And these are all like one little swipe, and it's super pigmented. Then we have Crossfaded, which is another violet shade, but that one doesn't have glitter in it. It's just like a shimmery violet. So that's that row. That's probably my favorite little row in this whole palette, those 3 purpley shades. I'm a sucker for purples. I just really like purple shadow because I have brown eyes. Alright, and then this bottom row I really like too. We have No Regrets. This is a really funky color. This is like a gray with a pink sheen to it and a little bit of gold in there. You can kind of see the color changing when I've got it under the light. So pretty though. I'm gonna try and get it's got a lot of dimension. And I don't know if the pinkishness is showing up well, but it's really pretty. So that's No Regrets. Then we have Morning After, which is kind of like a metallic purpley berry color. And it's got some sparkle in there that looks like it's violet. It's like a bluish purple sparkle. And then the last shade is Drunk Text. This is a really dark sort of like a greenish brown. That's a funky color too. Actually, when it's swatched, it's not really green. When it was on my finger, it looked a little bit green. Okay, I take that back. This is more like a burnt sienna type brown with silver and goldish sparkles in there. So again, these are all really, really pretty colors. The mattes work better than the ones in the Gemini palette did for me. I don't know what it was with that palette. It was just very... it disappointed me because the formula of the shadows was not as good as the stacks that I have, and I was so used to their eyeshadow stack formula that I was expecting it to be a palette full of shadows like that, and it wasn't, so I was kind of bummed out with it. But I really enjoy this one. I just wish the packaging was a little different. I wish there was something in the middle to divide the two colors so they're not butting up against each other when you close it, because just doing this makes me cringe, because this is a really dark purple and then you got an orangey brown over here, and it's just like I don't want those two colors to mix together. And the same over on this side, you have like bright reddish pink, and I don't want it to get into that makeup junkie color. So it's just like, I don't go hard in my palettes with a brush or anything to cause a bunch of dust to kick up and fallout to get everywhere, but palettes get messy with use, and I just don't like the idea of the shadows sitting on top of each other with nothing in between like that. So that is my one gripe about this. I wish they had done something different with the packaging. It's cool, it's a cool idea to open it up and have a double palette like that. I just don't... I might actually like tape these. Watch, I've got tape right here. I'm going to put a little bit of tape on here. You can't even see what I'm doing. I put a little bit of tape on here just so that it'll stay there. And then when I want to use this side, I'll just flip. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tape these. That's the best thing I can think of right now to fix my problem. So I'm going to just tape these three down. That way when I close it, I won't have to worry about them butting up against each other. There we go. Now I can close it and not have a fit that they're gonna mix with each other. There we go. So this was the Impulsive palette from Melt Cosmetics. It is really heavy actually, now that I'm like lifting it up and down. It's not, I don't think this would be something I would take traveling. Not that I travel very often, but I know people like to ask about how travel friendly it is, and I mean, it's not very bulky packaging, but it's super heavy. So yeah, yeah, I just wanted to see. It looked like these came apart or something. I don't want to destroy it, but it would even have been cool if they made each little section of three like its own mini palette in here, and they were all magnetized or something. I don't know, I'm just getting all these ideas looking at it and thinking how they could have done it differently. But anyways, that is my little swatch video for the Impulsive palette. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.